Good morning, students. I am Komal Sejmani from Amarchand Singhvi International School. In this video, I am going to discuss the topic rubber of chapter 15 polymers of class 12 chemistry. Let's discuss about natural rubber first. Natural rubber is a natural polymer and it possesses elastic properties, so it is also called elastomer. It is obtained from rubber latex, which is a colloidal dispersion of rubber in water. This latex is chiefly obtained from the bark of rubber trees found in India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Indonesia, and South America. Natural rubber is considered to be a linear polymer of isoprene. Isoprene is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene, and natural rubber is also known as cis-1,4-polyisoprene. This cis-isoprene molecule consists of various chains which are held together by weak van der Waals interactions and has a coiled structure. Hence, it is stretchable like spring and thus possesses elastic properties. You can see the structure of natural rubber, how isoprene units are connected to each other with the help of weak van der Waals interactions. Let's discuss the physical properties of natural rubber. It is soft at high temperatures and brittle at low temperatures. It shows high water absorption capacity. It is soluble in non-polar solvents and is also non-resistant to attack by oxidizing agents. Let's now come to vulcanization of rubber. Vulcanization is the heating of natural rubber with sulfur and an appropriate additive at a temperature range of 373 to 415 Kelvin to improve its physical properties. Sulfur forms cross-links at the reactive sites of the double bond, and thus rubber gets stiffened. It becomes less sticky and elastic, more resistant to swelling by organic liquids, and has enhanced elasticity. You can see how sulfur is forming the cross-linkage at the reactive site of the double bond, which makes rubber hard and stiff. Let's discuss uses of rubber. Rubber made with 1 to 3% sulfur is soft and stretchable and is used in making rubber bands. Rubber made with 5% sulfur is more rigid and is used in the manufacturing of tires for automobiles, etc. It is also used in making footwears, battery boxes, foam mattresses, balloons, toys, etc. Let's now talk about synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is any vulcanizable rubber like polymer which is capable of getting stretched to twice its length. However, it returns to its original shape and size when the external force is released. Thus, synthetic rubbers are either homopolymers of 1,3-butadiene derivatives or copolymers of 1,3-butadiene or its derivatives with another unsaturated monomer. Let's talk about preparation of neoprene. Neoprene is also called polychloroprene and is formed by the free radical polymerization of chloroprene. Chloroprene is 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. Neoprene has superior resistance to vegetable and mineral oils. It is used for making conveyor belts, gaskets, and hoses. Hoses are pipes. You can see here 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene is what we call as chloroprene, which undergoes polymerization to give us the polymer named neoprene. Let's talk about preparation of Buna-N. It is obtained by copolymerization of 1,3-butadiene and acrylonitrile in the presence of a peroxide catalyst. It is resistant to the action of petrol, lubricating oil, and organic solvents. It is used in the manufacture of oil seals, tank lining, etc. 1,3-butadiene, when combines with acrylonitrile and undergoes copolymerization, it gives us Buna-N. Next topic is molecular mass of polymers. Polymer properties are closely related to their molecular mass, size, and structure. The growth of the polymer chain during their synthesis is dependent upon availability of the monomers in the reaction mixture. Thus, polymer sample contains chains of varying lengths and hence its molecular mass is always expressed as an average. The molecular mass of polymers can be determined by various physical and chemical methods. That's all we had to discuss in this video. Thank you.